What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition. So check it out. My man, Colton Anderson. He's a chiropractor, but he does a bunch of stuff, man. My back was killing me. He did cupping. He did this pill, this 140-pound pill on top of me, rolling out my muscles. My back, I couldn't even bend down and pick stuff up when I was coaching this weekend. I did something to mess it up, man. I don't know what it was. It could have been overuse, could have been from sparring, could have been whatever, right? But my back was a mess, and he corrected it. He did things that I've never had done to me. That sounded weird. But this guy literally took it to the next level, made me feel whole again. And during this whole healing process, we were talking about chiropractic. And chiropractic is much maligned. You've heard me throw shade at chiropractors because there are some really bad chiropractors. There's some who just, you go in, pop, 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 you're done. Now, it all comes down to quality and quantity, right? Now, if I'm seeing literally 10 patients an hour, which a lot of chiropractors can do because they're just doing the pop, pop adjustment, that's great. You are getting that little benefit from chiropractic, but are you really healing that patient? I've always ascertained that no, you're not. You're just getting one small percentage of it. And while it might help a little bit, they're shortchanging you on treatment. Now, what Colton does, he goes in, he assesses, he works the tissue out. He even used cupping to bring all that nasty stuff to the surface, get it out of there. Then he worked on it, really dug in, painful as shit, right? Worked on my inner thighs, outer thighs, hamstrings, quadriceps. Paid attention to it. However, if he was to just do what he went to chiropractic school for, right? If he was to just adjust me, I would have been in and out in 2 to 4 minutes. He could have even done my assessment, done a little calf check, hamstring check, whatever they do, popped me, adjusted me, cracked my neck, called it a day. Nope. He took the time to assess it. He took the time to make me whole, make me better. By the way, if you guys are interested in this guy is amazing. Changed my life. I'll be going to him, and any back pain I've ever had, it's always been a small issue for me. It will be gone. This guy's amazing. His name is Colton Anderson. He works out of the Basement Gym in St. Charles, Illinois. Give him a shot. Just one time, I guarantee you, he will earn your business. Now, let me get to the topic at hand. Training, coaching. As you guys might know, a lot of you guys don't know, I get a lot of messages every day. Hey, Marc, do you coach still? The answer is yes. I just haven't publicized it in a while because, well, I've been doing so much with my brands, I didn't want to invite any more work because I was literally, I could work 80 hours straight and not take a break and still have stuff left to do. However, coaching, I do take time and I make time for my clients. If you're paying me for a service, I'm going to give you 100%. I just ask you to give me 100% back. But I guarantee you this, you will never find a more involved coach. And that's why what I said about Colton will completely tie into what I'm saying here. Weekly check-ins. And I don't want this to be throwing shade at any of my friends. I have a lot of friends who are coaches who do weekly check-ins, but I think it's my right as a trainer, despite having friends, to state my opinion on why weekly check-ins are not advantageous. I'm not saying these coaches don't do a good job. Just like these chiropractors probably do a good job adjusting people, they do an incomplete job. They're not doing their client a service. I do not believe that you can adequately coach somebody unless you have daily check-ins. And my coaching at marclobliner.com, it's marclobliner.com, you don't have to hire me. I'm just telling you what to look for in a coach. So when you're asking coaches what they offer, I want you to ask them how often you check in, how often they look at your stuff. If they say weekly, my opinion is, not that they're not good coaches, my opinion is you're getting shortchanged. They can fit more clients into their schedule and make more money. When they know that that is not the optimal way to do things. Now, there's a few reasons to have daily check-ins. One is at the beginning, or when getting ready for a show or whatever. At the beginning of a diet, I don't care what ratio, chart, percentages you use. Every coach knows that you're throwing shit at the wind. I use a bunch of different equations. I look at what they're eating now. I look at body weight. I look at lean mass. And I look at charts. I've used macro calculator charts where it gives you your TDEE or your total daily energy expenditure. I do use those as part of my equation. It's kind of like a chiropractor. Like I said, they go to the toolkit. Maybe cupping needs to be done. Maybe they're into acupuncture, but chiropractic can't be your only way. So when you have the popping of chiropractic, so when you have a client who has all these variables, you take them all into account and you formulate their macros. Now, if they're just formulating your macros based on a formula they found online, they're not very smart because there's more to it than a formula. You have to factor in what they're eating now, if they have metabolic adaptation, if they just got out of a show, if they've trained. If they're starting a training program, if they're untrained, that right there is going to increase their caloric expenditure dramatically. Are they doing cardio? In the case of a lot of women I train, especially women into spin and other forms of cardiovascular aerobic exercise, are they overtrained? Are they doing hours of cardio a day? Has their body adapted that? Do you have to scale back? So the first 2 weeks are essentially critical in the diet process. Because if I set your calories on Saturday and I set them too high and you don't check in till next Saturday, you might have some people gain 7 pounds. Conversely, if I give you your calories, your starting calories Saturday, you don't check in till next Saturday, you might lose 10 pounds. And that's not good. That's not good. A lot of things can happen in a week, which is why that first week you need to really be on call and really diligent about checking and making sure that you set it right. Now, all the weeks after that as well, you need to have that in there because shit happens. What if they miss training? There's a lot of things you have to adjust for. Client says, hey, my mom died, I'm driving to a funeral, what do I do? You have to adjust to that, right? So that's number one. Number two is psychological. While I do not believe in weighing every day for everybody, for people like me who are just maintenance, I think it can. I do sometimes because I usually just take a poop in the morning and I go weigh myself. But honestly, like weighing in the morning can be detrimental. When I first sent out an email to my clients, I'm like, do not pay attention to daily weight. Your weight will fluctuate based on the heat, based on stress, based on perspiration, based on activity. Maybe you train legs really hard. You might gain weight because you're swelling a little bit, right? You're holding some water in the legs. I don't know. So that daily weight check is necessary because what I do is I look at trends. Did the weight go up, down, up, down? Did someone go from 177 to 178 to 176 to 179 back down to 175? What do I do then? Did they react? Certainly. Did I give them a free meal last Saturday and they gained 2 pounds, but then they lost 4 pounds the next day? The body is not a textbook, man. The body does fucking weird shit. So that's the thing, is that you can't base that on a weekly basis. You can't. You need to keep it there. You need to have all those variables in front of you. You need to chart it, which is what I do painstakingly every day. Every single day. My clients know that. Another thing is psychologically. If the client knows that they have to check in and they're being honest with me, and I think most of my clients are honest. When they cheat, they tell me, hey, man, I fucking binged yesterday. And two reactions from me. It depends on the person. Some people, they know they fucked up. They've already beaten themselves up about it. I'm going to say, hey, obla-di, obla-da, life goes on. Fuck it. Get over it. Get back on the program. But then there's people who do it repetitively and you're like, bro, you just fucking spent money hiring me as a coach. What are you fucking thinking? Or you have morbidly obese people and you're like, dude, you're going to fucking die. Cheat on your diet, you're going to die. We can find a balance. I could throw in a free meal. Don't cheat. Don't binge. Cheating and binging are fucking mentally bad, right? 2 ways to deal with that. And again, I would not know how to do that unless I assessed my client daily like a coach should. So I will state there is only one reason, and again, I do not want to throw shade at great coaches. There are great coaches who get phenomenal results checking in once a week, and maybe they're just better than me, and that's fine. Maybe they're just more, not better, maybe they're more efficient, because I'll guarantee you the end product is going to be, I'll be as good or better than any other coach out there. I fucking guarantee it. All right? The end product will be as good or better. However, there's only one reason. It's because it's fucking hard. Checking in every day is fucking hard. It's hard on the coach. It is. Every morning I wake up, I got fucking dozens, maybe even hundreds of emails, depending on the time of year. And I wake up early. I wake up an extra hour and a half, 2 hours early to make sure that that shit's done. I even cut out, I used to go on a dog walk in the morning. You don't see me doing that shit anymore. No, that time is spent with my clients because I'm also running other businesses. People are like, well, you're so busy. I guarantee you there's no coach out there who will give you more attention than me. No online coach. Yeah, I mean, if someone's in person, you're seeing them once a day at the gym, that's great. They're charging you 50 to 100 bucks a session. You're not paying that with me, right? They're not doing your diet like I do. So my opinion is, if your online coach only gives you a weekly check-in, I don't think it's adequate. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't think it's fucking adequate. I think they're doing you a disservice. And I think that to get optimal results and to do my optimal job as a coach, I need to have weekly fucking check-ins. I'm sorry, daily fucking check-ins. Now, pictures, not daily. Pictures, if I looked at someone's picture every day, I'd blow my brains up. I'd fucking stab my eyes out with a spoon. Pictures, I like weekly. Weekly is enough to see change. For example, Operation Dad Bod, Seth, I get his pictures weekly. I see him every week when we train or every other week. I get his weight daily. He's down 15 pounds in like 7 weeks. That's perfect. Perfect, right? So bottom line is, I personally believe that if you have a coach or if you are a coach, you should do daily check-ins with your clients. Let me know your thoughts. I think I might trigger some people here, but I think it might open some interesting debate. If you are a coach and you only train weekly, explain to me why weekly is enough. I don't think it is, especially in the first 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks leading into a show, last 4 weeks, last 6 weeks leading into a show. 6 weeks into a show, I want to know how you showered. I want to know everything about it. I want to know everything you've done. I want to know if you did something different. I want to know if you ate extra fucking calorie-free barbecue sauce. I want to know everything because I want to peak you for one fucking day. If you're an athlete, I have a couple professional soccer players in Europe, man. Fucking awesome. They're machines, dude. They never cheat on their diet. They fucking train for hours a day. They're professional fucking soccer players. I'm not going to say names because it's confidential. You don't see me dropping names here, all right? Bottom line is, I need to see what they're doing daily because I want them to perform on the pitch. And let's say they had a certain meal before training. Hey, but you know what? I went out, we had team practice, and fuck, I felt terrible. What'd you eat? Okay, what'd you do? Oh, well, I noticed my hamstring was okay. Have you been doing the pillar prep I showed you that I wrote down for your initial? Have you been doing the pillar prep that I wanted you to do? Because I designed these programs for these soccer players, right? Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, okay. Your field work, like what are you working on? Are you working on see, that's the thing. You need to have those intricacies, those details, and you can't do that weekly. I want to know your guys' thoughts. What do you think? For those of you who want to know about my coaching services, and yes, I do think you should hire me because I think I'm good. I know I'm good. And that's marclobliner.com, marclobliner.com. But again, this is not about stuff. Don't hire me. Do not hire me, okay? But when you do hire a coach, okay? When you do hire a coach, make sure that they do daily check-ins. And make sure that they actually look at those fucking daily check-ins. I always reply with at least a got it, good job, what the fuck. Something will come across. Unless I responded to something earlier in the day from pride, but I always reply. That's one thing to look for. So what do you look for in a coach? Someone who gives a fuck, who pays attention. Just like looking for the ideal mate. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Click on the link, marclobliner.com. By the way, this epic Pump Chasers junk band is available at tigerfitness.com. Ambrosia Collective, I own part of that with Sean Torbani and Mike Rashid. And I just want to explain all the swag I'm wearing. And this shirt is not available. This was made just for the Body Power Expo in the UK. However, this, you can buy it. As you know, I'm business partners with another great coach, and that's Chris Jones. Chris Jones, by the way, if you're looking at another coach, Chris Jones, again, I don't know his strategies. I haven't talked to Chris about what he does. We agree on a lot of things. And also, one of his clients once emailed me, and he literally turned her down because she wasn't following him, but he helped her just phenomenally change her physique. So again, like you're looking for an option other than Marc Lobliner, Chris Jones, great guy, business partner of mine. Can't say enough good about him. Let me know your thoughts. That's not a game.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the